Hello viewers, welcome to Mishti's Ideas. My name is Mishti and today I'm going to share some great barbecuing tips with you. Summer is almost here. That means it's time to take that barbecue grill out and get our meat ready. So today I will show how to do perfect barbecuing with chicken legs. So I'm taking some chicken drumsticks and just cutting some slits on it on both sides. This way your marination will go nicely inside. Next, I'll show you the marination. So this is the simple marination for barbecue. You can get any store-bought kebab masala mix pack. I'm using tikka seekh kebab by Sean here. I'm using some salt, oil. This is the masala from Sean. I'm using dried oregano. You can use dried or fresh herbs. I'm using barbecue sauce and some ginger garlic paste. So this is your basic marination for barbecue or any type of chicken, kebabs or anything you want to cook on the barbecue. Now, if you want to bring it up a notch, your marination you can add other ingredients to it. So that's exactly what I'm going to show here. So I'll give you the details on this ingredient now. So I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of Sean tikka masala, 1 tablespoon of oregano, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1 teaspoon of garam masala that I made at home, 2 teaspoons of red chili powder because we want it spicy, 1 tablespoon of cumin and mustard powder, 2 tablespoons of yogurt, and a little bit of red food coloring. I'll just sprinkle this one. I'm going to mix all of these up and then I will add it to my chicken. Okay, so I have dumped all those here except the food coloring. I want to show you how little of it you need. Literally just a pinch. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want my fingers to get colored. So yeah, like I showed you. This is it, just a pinch, because it gives pretty dark color. So then you just mix it all together. Smells really, really nice. And I don't want it to be too runny, so it'll coat the chicken nicely. You can use dry marination too, based on your recipe. But like I said, you can make this complex like we did here, or you can just keep it simple like I showed in the first video. So when you're mixing the marination, I would suggest, if you can, use your hands. You can wear gloves. It's easier to get the spices inside the slits if you're using your hands. The whole point of cutting the slits is so that spices goes inside the meat, and as you cook it or barbecue it, the meat can get tender, tasty. You will not barbecue it for a very, very long time. I'll show you the technique. So it'll be tender and juicy and also flavorful inside. So just a quick tip there. So we have about 28 pieces of chicken legs here. I have marinated them in 2 separate pots, so I can marinate them nicely and then put them all back in the same bowl again, and I will leave them like this for about at least 2 hours. Longer is better in the fridge until I'm ready to barbecue them. So I'll wrap it up with plastic wrap and keep it in the fridge for at least 2 hours up to 24 hours. So whenever you're barbecuing something, make sure the barbecue is pretty hot before you start. So I have started this already about 7-8 minutes ago on high heat, and I want the temperature to reach about 350 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit before I start putting my meat on. And before I even put meat on, I'm gonna put some oil on the grill so that the meat does not get stuck, and also it leaves that nice charred marks on the meat when I start grilling them. So temperature is right. I'm gonna bring my meat and then I will oil the grill first before I put the meat on. So one moment here. So as you can see, it's almost 400 degrees, perfect temperature. I will lower the temperature first to low medium, and then I will open this. This is perfect. You're gonna get some brush and slather oil all over this barbecue. Because the temperature has gone down, as I put the meat, it will not burn, but this will make that nice charred signs on the meat. Hope you can hear that sizzling noise. This is exactly what we're looking for, and this will leave nice charred marks on the meat as you start grilling them. Once I finish putting on the meat, I will cover it up in low medium for about 10 minutes. I will not open the cover at all. I want the temperature to reach that around 300 again. And then before I start flipping them, I will put another layer of oil on it. So when I flip the meat, it will not get stuck to the grill. So 10 minutes have passed and I'm opening the grill. Meat looks fabulous. Now before I flip it, I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to brush some oil on the upper side of the meat. And then whatever leftover sauce I have from the marination, I'm just going to put that on the meat too. I just don't want it to go to waste. And also it's going to make the meat more juicier. So there you go. I'm putting all that sauce, leftover sauce, and now I'm ready to flip. So using a metal spatula, I'm flipping the meat. It's good to use a metal spatula because plastic is not, recommended to be used on barbecue grill. It's pretty hot, so it's not safe. And also metal spatula goes nicely under the meat to loosen it up before you flip it, so you don't lose a lot of food stuck to the grill. And once I'm done flipping all the meat, I will close the lid for another 7 minutes or so before the next step. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes. I'm just going to open and check. Oh yes, looks very good. Come take a close-up, Ian. See how it's nicely charming. Now I want to show you something. When you're barbecuing legs or anything with bones, you see how it's springing up? So this means it's getting cooked properly. So when it springs up almost up way here, that means it is done. So I'm just looking for that. By that time, the juice will run clear. If I pinch it with something, it'll still have blood in it. So this is now ready. It is still soft inside, so it needs another 10 minutes or so to be cooked. So but these are your signs that it is getting cooked nicely. So I'm just gonna flip it. I'm gonna put this side on that and this side on this so that it all cooks nicely. Okay, so another 7 minutes have passed, and now I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce. You can skip this part if you want, if you have marinated enough with all the delicious goodness. You don't have to, but my family really likes last moment barbecue sauce touch up on the chicken leg, so that's what I'm gonna do. And come take a look. It looks amazing. And see, they're almost done. Pretty much all the legs, all the skins here started climbing up, which is our telltale sign that they are ready. So just gonna quickly add. I did add a little bit of food coloring in the sauce to give it that more traditional, what do you call it, Ian? What is this? Tandoori look.
Oh, tandoori.
Tandoori look, yes. Yes. Eating is half how it looks, I think. So if the food looks delicious enough, usually tastes pretty good too. So we're just going for that. Just again adding all the sauce to the chicken. I will flip it one more time for about 3-4 minutes and then add sauce on the other side too, so they're nicely distributed. I'm gonna also caramelize some onions on the side. We're just gonna have veggie burger today with onions and tomatoes, so I will caramelize that and I'll show you quickly how you can do that once the chickens are done. Okay viewers, so it's about 40 minutes since we've been started our barbecue, and the chicken legs should be ready now. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they look pretty done. So as I was showing you, see, all that skin has jumped up and everything inside has been cooked. It's not burned, it's just char mark on the top, but it is not burned. It's very juicy and tender. So we're just going to take all these up and we'll start serving it. As a side dish, I'm gonna do some veggie burger. So all I'm gonna do is toast the burger buns, caramelize some onions, add some tomatoes, and mayonnaise and all that. So let's get all these on the platter. Okay, so before I put the bread and the onions, I gotta clean it quickly. Good to have a metal scrubber like this. And to caramelize onions, I usually cut them sideways and add a little bit of oil on each side. For this, I have the barbecue on high heat, and I'm going to barbecue the onions 5 minutes on each side, so 10 minutes total. On the same grill, I'm also going to add some burger buns, just toast it for a few minutes. It doesn't take very long, but it does give that smoky smell when you make the burger, so makes it really appetizing. I also added some cheese on the burger bun before I closed the lid, so now they're melted perfectly, and I'm ready to assemble my burger and serve the food. So here you go, our barbecued chicken legs with a side of veggie burger. It's not very complicated. If you do it often, you will do it very quickly and easily, and I think it's going to be a super delicious meal. So bon appetit! Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and be ready to have a lot of fun.